Hey! I don't need no cord.
Yeah.
On my scraper.
Y'all remember that era, right?
How could I? Bro, I was super young, 10, 11, with a 2X shirt on.
LED belt buckles that you would see at
Nig.
How do I say
Believe me when I say I'ma pull up when the stage drops. Believe me when I say she don't look good. Believe me.
Yo, what it is, everybody? It's your boy Srotonn here, but you could call me Tone. All right, listen, I did not even know that new rock stars do music videos. Let's watch it. I probably won't be pausing a lot, but you know, we'll see. All right, let's get it.
and about a week ago, trending at #1 on YouTube for a minute. He's back.
Let's go.
Hello and welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Jessica Clemens.
Jessica.
And about a week ago,
I fuck with
trending
Jessica.
at #1 on YouTube for a minute. He's back.
I'm thinking I'm back.
Kendrick Lamar's Squabble Up music video was released, and let me say, I'm so happy to get on here and talk to you guys about it, and I'm so sorry it's coming after the holiday. If I would have known it was dropping the week of Thanksgiving, I would have said, peace out to my family. Alas, this was a surprise album, so I didn't have to say peace out. I got to eat and have a good time, but I also spent a lot of time deciphering everything in this video. So here's my scene-by-scene breakdown, more so just like a video analysis, because there's just so much in here of the lowercase Squabble Up music video.
And the thing is, I did see a lot of people do this, but I fuck with new rock stars. I was locked in with them on their penguin breakdown. Hey, I'm ready. Let's go.
A music video breakdown. This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform.
Shout out to Squarespace, though.
I'll take my right up would be those hip-hop, black, and peace out Wicked. The entire blocking Wicked sound was drop an album, and he did. GNX broke the internet on Friday, November 22nd, blocking Wicked soundtrack from going #1. Damn. Peace out, Wicked. The entire album is a love letter to the West Coast hip-hop, black, and brown culture. And it's no surprise the album's first video treatment, Squabble Up, would be filled with insane references, homages, and shout-outs. And before I get into it all, I'll say right here, at the very top of the video, a lot of these references are always up to interpretation. Take mine in this video as my interpretation. If you saw something differently, let me know, at me, or just say it in the comments below. I'm sure we all saw this in different lights. As you probably
I did, and I just enjoyed that shit.
already know, Squabble Up was featured at the beginning of Not Like Us, leaving us all wondering if this was the alright music video all over again, featuring a clip of a really great song that was just never released. Thankfully, it wasn't. We opened the music video at
That's exactly my thoughts. I'm so glad that he dropped it.
this perfect chandelier and the boy's hand grazing it. Some have alluded to this song being similar to the chimes playing at the beginning of Tupac's 1996 Machiavelli, or the 7 Day Theory album's first track, Hail Mary.
Machiavelli in this Illuminati all through your body.
I guess. Oh,
Not only do they share similar chimes, but they're both the second track on their respective albums. Some have said this is Kendrick's version parallel to Tupac's Machiavelli album. One big giveaway here was in the Not Like Us video where we're introduced to Squabble Up, his hat reads Bomb First. This is the first song on the Machiavelli album. This is a much bigger puzzle, and I recommend you listen to that album and then GNX and then go back to that album again. But in short, people believe this.
And you know what's crazy about the album too is he does like a Pac, the Reincarnated, I think. He does like a Pac, I don't know.
This is a new version of Kendrick, just like Machiavelli was a different or new version of Tupac. Tupac used the new alias Machiavelli when making 7 Day Theory, and it's also called 7 Day Theory because of its quick turnaround recording and mixing. The album was also released after Tupac's passing. Like Tupac's album, this surprise album was quick. Some people were hired for it within weeks to maybe a month of its release. Tupac passed away, but Kendrick, as he mentions,
I remember when niggas was like, oh, Kendrick is going to release on Drake's birthday. Now y'all look fucking stupid.
Reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on.
He's reincarnated. Some could argue we're seeing it firsthand in the video. This could be why he's unfazed and absent from the actual focus of what's happening in the video. Is he really even there, or is he just observing? Who is this Kendrick Lamar? We cut to a wide shot of this Victorian-like room, similar to the set of the Roots 1999 music video for The Next Movement off their iconic classic album Things Fall Apart. Though the Roots aren't from Cali or the West Coast, they're still a legendary hip-hop group. In tandem with the Not Like Us video, Kendrick seems to like putting himself in rooms that feel like boxes. And I like the depiction that if this isn't Kendrick, this is a version that's stuck and forced to perform. For example, when he had that dummy performing for him, that commentary was on being a puppet that wasn't the real Kendrick. These moments could
I need to go back to watch that.
Explore a new Kendrick emerging. This sequence has Kendrick standing in the middle of the room, directly underneath the chandelier in Dodgers blue hoodie and hat, the 8th track of the GNX album. Also, World Series Championship, baby! As some of you may have
Whatever. Fuck the Dodgers.
I've noticed, yeah, his outfit is unnervingly opposite and similar at the same time to his fit during the Juneteenth concert where he wore a red shirt, reversed hat, and studded chain instead of a flashy belt. Though the same shoes, just different colors. Our man pays homage to both groups at all times. When you look closer at Kendrick's outfit, you can see this crazy belt that he's wearing. This is the same belt on the cover of the GNX album. This is an ERL pin belt, and Eli Russell Lennox creation, who's also a Cali native.
Who is this? Different? Okay, Cali, Kansas.
Surprise. This custom pin belt features so many vintage pins commemorating LA, and why would they be doing that? Because it's Kendrick, and it's for Kendrick. In this sequence, you can see a young...
My dumb ass, I was like, oh yeah, they got all the states in there. Nah. LA only, which I get.
Boy standing on a freeway sign, the 105 freeway exit sign to be exact.
That where he
Central,
from?
Wilmington, and Long Beach, it says. If you live in Compton, Watts, or the Linwood area, you recognize it. The young boy in the music video wears a black shirt with the number 16 in red text. Now, the 16 could commemorate a few things. It could speak to 616 in LA, Kendrick's diss track to Drake, or it could refer to Kendrick being 16 when he was discovered. However, in Whacked Out Murals, the first song on the GNX album, he raps, I done lost plenty friends, 16 to be specific. I believe the 16 commemorates those lost, and the chandelier represents heaven. Hence the song opening with the child swiping the crystals and the lyrics saying, God knows.
God knows.
I understand it might sound like a stretch, but...
Wait, what did she say? It was 16 crystals?
God knows. The lyric represents heaven. Hence the song opening with the child swiping the crystals and the lyrics saying, God knows.
God knows.
I understand it might sound like a stretch, but for Kendrick, everything does mean something, and everything in this video is intentional. And something very important to note is the only time Kendrick isn't underneath that chandelier is during this scene when Nate Dogg's album, Rest in Peace, is tethered to it, or when he's sharing the space with Black Jesus and Isaac Hayes' Black Moses. There's just more evidence that the chandelier clearly represents something much higher, something, for me, beyond death. We also see this young girl dancing. This is Naya, a member of the Divas of Compton, with her tennis skirt and outfit. There's a theory here that she represents Serena and Venus Williams, who also grew up in Compton. She's also crumping, which of course is a popular move out of South Central. Between the South Central
this breakdown is nuts. I'm literally in this bitch.
dance and Serena's look,
I'm sorry if I'm not
talking
a lot.
Serena's controversial walking during the Olympics isn't really that controversial. Of course it's not. This is who we are, which again Kendrick celebrates throughout this video.
Like I said, I ain't gonna lie, it can't be that controversial. I have never heard about that. But I really wasn't watching tennis when Serena was like doing her thing.
Then we get a snippet of the song that they sampled. The internet immediately clocked it using the bass line from Debbie Deb's 1984 classic When I Hear Music. Then we move on to the next sequence. There's a lot going on here. But first, the man dancing in the stripe tee is RJ Mr. LA, a rapper and LA native from South Central area. If you're familiar with his work, you know he stays doing this dance at concerts or even in his music videos. Behind him is G. Perico, another rapper and LA native from South Central. Both men attended Kendrick's Juneteenth pop-out concert last summer as well. Behind Perico is a giant gold watch on the wall, an homage to E40's In a Major Way album cover. Another Cali native, but more specifically, a Bay Area resident. So if you have
I've never listened to that. I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Haven't noticed, this band's not just LA, it's the entirety of California. And it also celebrates non-West Coasters who have left huge marks in hip-hop music or just black lives. The men on the far right dancing are Smack, Floyd, and Traffic, and they're doing the Hoover Stomp. If you come to LA and do this dance immediately, I would suggest you don't. Maybe look into it. These boys go way back with Kendrick.
I ain't gonna lie. I agree. No, I don't like, I ain't gonna lie. I've done it. I never knew it had a name to it. I've done this, but I've never done it in LA, to be honest. Never done it, and I never will.
They can have deep roots in LA. In the foreground, you see we have three men with censor bars over their eyes, and I assume they rep, the Red Group. And as I've mentioned, this is a video full of nods to Kendrick's home. Kendrick grew up around these gangs with close friends and family ties, so their appearance, even in anonymity, in this video is warranted. This following sequence then takes us to what might be my favorite part, because we start seeing some heavy Bay Area influence from the Bay to LA, just not for me.
Off topic, I didn't know Kendrick ears was that big.
Because I'm from the Pacific Northwest, but I still know West Coast music. As you can see, we get some old-fashioned scraper bikes. On the back of one, it says That Go, and this pull is from Scraper Bike by Trunk Boys, and I used to listen to this song so much when I was a young kid. My God. This is a deeper pull to the Bay Area, and Trunk Boys are from Oakland. These
Trunk Boys, That Go? What the fuck? I've never heard this.
Moving on my scraper bike. Cruising on my scraper bike.
Hey!
I don't need no cord.
Yeah.
Smashing on my scraper bike.
Oh, my scraper bike. Oh, when was this? 2007? Oh, yeah. 100%. I would have been listening to that shit in middle school. 100%. That's
as a
interesting.
young kid. My God. This is a deeper pull to the Bay
Oh,
Area,
my
and Trunk Boys are from
scraper bike.
Oakland. These boys over here are members of various legendary dance crews, the Turf Fiends and Best Alive Dance Crew. We've got D-Monte, All Gold Nino, and Turf Fiends' Ice Cold 3000 and Active. Decorating for the holidays is super fun, but we like it when somebody else does the hard
Hell yeah, we do.
part, right? Squarespace is all Squarespace ACA rated SE map, the best feed and expertise need. Save 10% off and only took 20 to 30 minutes to shoot. According to Active on TikTok, this was shot about 3 months ago and only took 20 to 30 minutes to shoot. And Kendrick wasn't even there. They edited him in later. They didn't even know this was for Kendrick. They were dancing to some up-tempo beat, which
I did see Gang say that on the on like Twitter.
also sounds like the case.
And I get it because niggas 3 months ago, niggas would have been. There's always a leak somewhere. That's smart.
For a lot
That's
of the other
super
folks
smart.
there in the video. Lots of important references in this single shot, but first, this dance scene is an homage to turfing or turf dancing, a style coming out of Oakland, well known around that Bay Area.
Turf
The
dancing?
clothes they're
Okay.
wearing are another deep pull. The oversized clothes and stunning shades, even them dreads, it's
Hell
giving
yeah.
hyphy movement. Y'all remember that era, right?
How could I? I don't remember. I was super young. Let's see. So I was like, what, 10, 11? 10, 11 with a 2X shirt on. Yeah, of course. That man, what?
All I did was
You
listen
know,
to
come
Mac
back. You know, we was listening to like Lil Jon and shit, but still.
Dre and make a dumb little face and dance. Most people also recognize E40 cultivating that era too, and these men represent different roots in Richmond, West, and
that's the
East
first person
Oakland.
I heard
There's
say
very
hyphy
specific
before.
narratives to these people. The way they dress, the way they dance. You got to pay attention to it. Up over here, these are African American flags designed by David Hammonds in the 1990s.
Yes,
the new
sir.
color replacing the red, white, and blue of the United States flag are now black, red, and green, the colors of the Pan-African flag, both combined to represent Pan-Africanism. You might have seen the connection to Ebony Prince 2K24. This is also his profile photo. This is the man who gave Kendrick the photos of Drake's items he used as the cover for Meet the Grams.
wow.
Little Big Theory moment. What I really like about the sequence is the men celebrate around Kendrick as he sits in this white chair with a blue and
I
pink
didn't know that's
balloon.
who
It's
gave him
really
that.
given gender reveal.
Gender
He's
reveal.
reading a book that says how to be more like Kendrick for dummies. And this could be a
Okay.
clap at Drake, who needs to learn a thing or two from Kendrick. And he could be doubling down on the rumor that there are more children of his we still don't know about, hence the blue and pink balloons. If there's truth in this being a different Kendrick or him being dead or
Okay,
being
I'm
reincarnated,
following.
let me remind you about the puppet, aka the dummy. Maybe this is another reflection on his dummy. In reading this book, he's learning to escape the narrative or image we expect to see him in a way that will break him out of the box we expect to see. This is just
Okay.
a thought. In this next sequence, we see Grammy Award winning producer and fashion icon
Who's
Taz
this?
Arnold, aka Tiza.
Oh, okay.
Arnold has collaborated with many rappers before. He's even contributed as a co-writer and producer on Kendrick's To Pimp a Butterfly. And Kendrick has called him my Mount Rushmore of style, which he is. Bring back that retro fashion. You might have noticed his rings linked to his Hood Love album, though these rings are
Okay.
also an homage to Spike Lee's
Oh,
1989
yeah,
classic Do the
Love,
Right
Hate,
Thing.
okay.
Radio Raheem wears these knuckle rings that read love and hate. In
I
the
missed all this shit.
background is a woman with a
All of
shotgun
it.
facing the wall. This commemorates Ice-T's 1988 album Power. The album featured Ice-T's then girlfriend, Darlene Ortiz. And just like the album cover, we have the woman in the monokini on the left, our star of the show, rapper, draped in blue in the center, and the man in white on the right.
Okay.
This album was embraced across the world, yes, because the woman is, fine as hell, but also
Fine
you
as
never
hell.
see women on the cover of rap albums with shotguns like this. It
That's
was
true.
phenomenal. And yes, she is gorgeous. In the back, you can see Storm DeBarge dancing. She's 2 for 2 now, dancing in this and the Not Like Us video at
Hey,
Tams.
hey,
When asked if she
hey.
could bring someone, a child, to dance in the video, she brought Naya, the little girl from the beginning. Next, we get a scene that looks directly pulled from Soul Train.
Yeah, definitely from Soul Train. I got that reference.
You
I
should know
got
what
that
Soul
one.
Train is and how impactful it was. It celebrated all types of folks. The Scramble
Yeah.
board was a game on the show, and that's what they're playing right here. But also, the outfits are serving pure black 80s fashion. And look at those Jerry curls. The internet has decoded the Latin message on the board, which says this. You know damn well I can't
Omnia.
pronounce that. It also means everything is something. And yes, this
Okay.
could be literal to everything, every symbol, every little reference in this video.
Everything
but
is
also,
everything,
I think
everything is
Kendrick
something?
has demonstrated time and time again how his entire life, the bad and the good, the triumphs and the grief, has made him who he is today. And erasing
Facts.
that doesn't really show growth. We've got to embrace it. Everything is something. Pablo on TikTok has offered that the letters left after the unscrambling, the Latin letters that are left, read answer key DT. They go
Oh, God.
on to say that when you remove the vowels from Kendrick's name, dot, you are left with DT. And if you remove the vowels from the word date, you are also left with DT. So
Okay.
this could mean answer key dot date. This in tandem
What the fuck? Y'all a little bit too far. Y'all a little bit too deep for me.
The Compton Christmas Parade that drops December 14th may reveal or offer a second album leading up to the Christmas Parade or following. And
oh shit,
look, I'm here for it. Kendrick stands in the middle of the room holding a sign that says Jesus saves
That'll be
gangsters
nuts.
too. And this is a call to this guy. This guy is affiliated with the LA outreach program Gangster Ministries, which is working to minimize gang violence in the community. And it's very sweet. Now, this is one of my favorite parts.
I was wondering why
I should be honest, all of this is my favorite part. But these women in front of this famous backdrop, this airbrush backdrop.
Yeah, this was. I remember being super young, so I couldn't do none of this or take none of these pictures. But I remember like older girls would always be like in my church and stuff. They would have pictures like this, like on their MySpace and shit.
He's Louise. This is Cuzzo's, an LA hip hop group consisting of Big INDO, Jazz Cole, Millie Mo, TY, and BB. They were also featured at Kendrick's Juneteenth show performing a DJ headset. Their style
I think I
and
do
essence
remember
are
because
really
one of them
just
was
old
pregnant.
school hip hop, and they have this song that I really like called Gucci Mane, and you should check it out. Styled by Jessica Willis, this all
Who is this again?
just hip hop. Juneteenth show, Big INDO, Jazz Cole, Millie Mo, TVs. This is Cuzzo's, an LA hip hop group consisting show performing that I really like called Gucci Mane, and you should check it out. Styled by Jessica Willis, this all just oozes early 2000s from the airbrush backdrop, but also those damn LED belt buckles that you would see at
Nigga.
How do I say
Again, bro, I am super young trying to wear this shit. I remember they was in the swap meets. Oh my goodness. I had one. I definitely had one. And I don't know where that shit at. But man.
At the early 2000s from the airbrush backdrop, but also those damn
I didn't
LED
even
belt
see
buckles that you would
that.
see at the kiosk in the mall. And these
Oh
ones
my
say
God.
West Side over them. These studios always had that dang Greek column as well. And
That's
it's just
true.
such an aesthetic. This is a part of the breakdown that gets harder to explain because it's just the culture, you know, the vibe and aesthetic. If you know, you really know. However, I will say that this is a staple in Black and Hispanic culture that I'm sure stemmed from LA and expanded. And I think you guys would probably just call it like Y2K now, but remember where it came from. And of course, Cali ain't just for Black folks. It's Mexican folks too. He's representing the LA style that they really cultivated over here. The flannel buttoned up, khakis, dickies, tall white socks, and the Chuck Taylors. With these ladies with the beautiful makeup and that lip liner. Jesus Christ.
I was about to say the lip liner too is a dead giveaway for a 90s LA movie.
The thing is, the look also was big in Black spaces as well. Look at NWA, look at Eazy-E. This is a reminder of how both Black and brown communities cultivated the LA aesthetic. And Kendrick shows unity by giving the community their flowers that they deserve here in the video. And if you disagree with me, leave me out of it. This is my interpretation, and I like it. Some are wearing hats that say down, 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 which some say is a reference to Quick Down, 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 a popular song in the LA Hispanic community. The man in the front is wearing a necklace that says 27 Junkies, which is a nod to the Hispanic streetwear brand. But what's really eye-opening about this scene is their joy in contrast to Kendrick's grief. I think this scene works in tandem with the boy in the back on the tricycle. This refers to the little boy from 1993 film Menace to Society.
I still will never watch the end of this movie. This shit is too sad.
Another famous Cali movie set in Watts and Crenshaw that depicts the hardships of growing up in South Central and is a staple, in my opinion, in Black cinema. In this movie, the little boy witnesses a drive-by shooting, killing everyone in sight. And that child in the movie and even here reflects innocence and violence in the hood. Kendrick has shown in his videos how culturally beautiful and impactful the hood is, but respectfully, it can also be rough as hell. Go back and like really listen to Good Kid, Mad City. Where there is beauty and celebration, there's also times of hardships and griefs at the hands of inescapable violence. But as we see here, those gone are clearly never forgotten. In the middle of the room, swinging above some red roses, R.I.P. is Nate Dogg's 1997 G-Funk Classics.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, man. I saw a documentary on his life, and it's so sad, bro, because I feel like he didn't really have to go out like that.
Volume 1 and 2 CD.
be
Nate Dogg,
like that sometimes.
famously a Cali Long Beach native, holds a huge legacy in rap music. Y'all should know him. In the next scene, we see three women dancing, a little boy playing with a hydraulic car, a dog breaking from its post and attacking a man. Now, these three women dancing, styled in white tanks, bedazzled Timbs, gold hoops, and wrapped hair are India Collins, Aisha Olemba, and Kiera Mooring. And I remember Kiera vaguely from Lizzo's Prime show, Watch Out for the Big Girls. These girls really have me giggling and kicking because they really turned to look for this one. And plus size women are common in Black spaces, but they're also common in all spaces. But this specific draw and style and dance is just so great and beautiful to me. And when Kendrick says, it's a full moon, let the wolves out, I've been a dog, did you guys also blush, giggle, and kick your feet up in the air? Or was that just me? It was hot. This car is a Buick Regal GNX in the back, which Kendrick named the album after. Kendrick told Complex back in 2012 that the GNX was special to him because his father drove him home in the hospital after being born in the '87 Buick Regal. The vehicle bounced off hydraulics and it's tethered with a little string to the boy sitting against the wall, and this is the cutest boy in the world. Now, folks have noted that this could be an homage to his younger self and the picture he posted on his Finsta account a while back playing with their toy Impala.
That's fucking nuts.
This leaves us with the
That's
man
great.
being
I've
attacked
never
by
seen
his
that
dog.
video.
He's wearing a dog training suit, so the man's fine, y'all. You don't have to freak out about him. However, he is being attacked by a pit bull, a common dog in black spaces for black people. Hey, I love me a big-headed pit bull, but I also recognize they can wild out at times.
They can, and it depends on your owner. So all you owners who out there training pit bulls to be fucking evil, fuck y'all. Real talk.
This could simply reflect what happens in the hood or symbolize the unexpected violence that rears its ugly head from time to time. In the final scene, we give a shout out to Isaac Hayes and his 1971 album Black Moses. And
I did get this reference though. I did. This was one of the 3 references I got.
The man in the room wears the same robe depicted on the album cover. The internet has already noticed that Nate Dogg's LP and this Isaac Hayes album are double albums. This video also shows so many themes of duality: 2 balloons, 2 flags, and possibly 2 versions of Kendrick. Also, Kendrick is famously a Gemini. Some have theorized that this means we'll be getting a second album soon after GNX in the following year, and I pray to God that happens. If what that scramble board was saying is correct, God, I hope it's coming soon. Below the parade banner is a ceramic Hagar Black Panther statue. I feel like my family had a version.
And everybody's auntie had some kind of Panther shit in their house. Everybody
in our house. I know some of y'all have either had or seen the slick Black Panther statue in your homes or someone else's house. However, the reference speaks for itself. It's a Black Panther, or like the Black Panther Party. Some have also mentioned this could be linked to the film in which Kendrick had a song on with SZA, and honestly, I think that's a great observation too. As Kendrick dances, a poster for the Compton Christmas Parade rolls out, and this is an event that's been happening for nearly 70 years. Oh, his home. Behind Black Moses is Isaac Hayes, is a portrait of Black Jesus, a very common portrait that I will say, that I'm fairly certain, again, like the Black Panther statue, I've seen a million times at different aunties' houses.
100%, or you've seen this in like stores when you were younger.
By Vincent Barzoni has a $40 price tag on it, which is the classic like garage sale sticker tag. Some folks think it represents the 40 days in the desert Jesus spent, which is also strangely the same number of days between the releases of Like That and Not Like Us. For me, I think this final scene just represents every Black house. There's another portrait of Jesus they're selling right behind this one, like a garage sale. Every old school Black home was listening to Isaac Hayes' Black Moses, and he's showcasing the Black Panther statue you may remember in Black homes. This room celebrates what some of us can really identify as familial. And then it cuts to black, and that's it for my breakdown on Kendrick Lamar's video for Squabble Up. There's just so much in this video up to interpretation, and I will only support and ride for those with very different or even similar theory or visual analysis, because even if this is a map or a message in a bottle, it's still up for interpretation. Kendrick is an artist, and I still feel like people kind of forget that. Art is very hard to decipher at times, and this man is just the biggest one. He's phenomenal to me. Let me know what you thought of the video below. Thanks for watching.
Jessica! Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you. This was actually a pretty great breakdown. I know I feel like I didn't talk as much as I wanted to. Or maybe I talked too much, but this was very, very dope. It helped me understand what this whole thing is about, because somebody like me, I'm one of those people, I just like to look and enjoy things. You know what I'm saying? But the breakdown was, as always, Jessica and Rockstar. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Till next time, I'm out.